Hi there, and welcome to the Baby Guru's YouTube TV channel. My name is Karen Becker, and I am the Baby Guru. In this video, I would like to talk about bathing babies. I've been in the industry a long time, and I find that it's always the same conversation. People's fears are the same thing, but the frustrations of what to buy and how to go about buying them is something that I'm hoping that these videos will dispel. I'm hoping that my knowledge of your journey, after talking to so many parents, which has got to be thousands at this point, and the actual product knowledge that I have, join those together, and these will make really solid, conducive videos that will make sense to everybody out there having a baby and dealing with the frustrations of the what-tos and how-tos. So without further ado, let's start rolling on the 101 on how to, where to, and what you need to bathe a baby. Okay, a bathtub. Yep. You need a bathtub, but it really is not particularly about the bathtub at this point. For me, what I want to kind of stress is I want you to think before you do the bathtub thing, where it is you're going to do the bathing process. So as much as everyone says, oh my gosh, of course, I'm going to do them, it's going to be in the bathroom. Okay, well, have a look at your sinks, have a look at your countertop, and let me know how much space you've got. Because if you don't have space for a bathtub of this kind of size, which is relatively average size, that's not going to work for you. Then the panic sets in usually, and people say, oh, I'll do it in the bathtub. No, it's a lot of bending. It's super uncomfortable. You're on your hands and knees. It just is not a conducively great place to do it. So without panic, all you got to do is figure out, there's one of four ways that I like to see it done. One of four places I like to see it done. Number one, the perfect place is going to be on the counter in the bathroom. That's where all your stuff is. If you've got the space, then we're good to go. We can boogie along. If you do not have that space, then try where I am right now. The kitchen counters. You can clear them off. The sink is right there. There's lots of space. And it's nice because I can kind of spread myself out. As you can see, I've got all my gear spread out here. And that actually is what I would want for when I'm changing my baby and getting the baby out of the bath and into the bath and doing all that change stuff. So I think that this is a great spot. It's probably one of my favorites, to be honest. The second is in the sink. People who honestly just don't have a lot of space and want to do space saving will do it in the sink. And there's lots of products that you can use for in the sink bathing. As long as your tap can be moved aside, then we don't have that tap kind of in the way. So some people are totally grossed out by the sink discussion, and I can see it on people's faces, but if you think it through, it's like an instant bathtub, and if you give it a good clean before you do it, there's nothing wrong with the sink in either the kitchen or in your bathroom. Doesn't matter. They're great spots to do it. Another one, like a fourth one, for me is something that people don't really think about. When I mention it, they're like, oh, that's nice. So it doesn't have to be a bath. It can be a shower. Your children are inside you. They're in the womb for 9 months in water. They're not unaccustomed to the floaty. You definitely can do it in the shower. But I will stress that I like to see someone with you. So if you're at home with your partner and you just want to take a quick shower and partner is willing to come and grab them after a couple of minutes when you've had them in there, I think that's awesome. So for the shower, let me grab my little guy here. Just gonna make sure I don't hit my mic. It doesn't make it sound good for you guys. The skin to skin is beautiful. You're already in the shower anyway because you need to have one. They're easy to clean. You can get to bum, you can hold them. You're not going to drop them. Everyone says like, well, am I going to drop my baby when I bathe or shower with them? No, you're not going to drop them. Always keep your hand like kind of totally either underneath here. You can have your hands like this. You can have your hand under the bum. You're not going to drop them. It's really easy to clean the bum. It's really easy to clean the head. And all this is going down. So it's not only economical, it's actually really makes sense. And then we get to pass baby out to your partner, and you, my friends, get an extra 5 or 10 minutes by yourselves in the shower, which let's face it, for mental health, I think that is really good. So that's the scoop with the bathing, the 4 different places. Oh, and one actually, a very European way of doing it, and Stokey actually supports this, is if you are, you can buy a stand for a bathtub. It's specific, so make sure that you're kind of, you know, matching up the right pieces. Stoka is a company who does it. They provide a stand. So this bathtub would sit on the stand and go in the shower, and you use the shower head and you literally just shower them down. I think it's magnificent. Again, saves water, saves time. It just saves all the way through, and you're nice and upright. A lot of what I like to talk about is also not just the baby's welfare and health, it's yours. When people say they want to do it in the bathtub and bend over the bathtub, it's like, oh my gosh, no way. Don't do it. So this is a perfect spot. You've got 3 or 4 options there that I've given you. And as far as the bathtub goes, I think that you just have to find the right bathtub for the space that you're going to be putting it in. So once you've chosen your space, move on to your bathtub. This I love. This is your Stoka Flexi tub. It folds. So I think it's nice to know that you can wipe this down and put it somewhere. Make sure it's super dry before you do that. But it comes in 2 sizes. Only this size will fit on the actual stand that we were just talking about. And this is a infant insert. The infant insert goes right in here and hooks, sorry, wrong way, hooks like that, so that the baby is out of the water like this. So you've got this kind of look. Okay, so you're not constantly holding them, and plus you don't want them flat. You don't want water all the way kind of, you know, in their ears permanently and all the way around their face. So that's an infant insert, and you can get even like just general ones that fit into a lot of different bathtubs. So let's move along from the bathtub. That's that. I think it's the biggest part of this conversation. Now we're into the towels. People will say, well, can I not just use my regular towels? Sure. It's a bit too much. That's all. There's a lot of towel, there's a lot of laundry involved, and this is the part that I really want to see. So this is the hooded towel. This is beautiful fabric, so you can get these beautiful soft, just the right size with all the little pieces to hook their little extremities in so they don't get too cold too fast. That's the problem with the babies at bath time, is they get super cold super fast, and then they're shivering and you feel terrible. So you really need to have 2 or 3 of these bath towels made for the job. You'll use them for a couple of years, but the baby needs its head in there. So this is possibly just, you know, this is my best choice right here. And really it's like swaddling them a little bit. There's nothing neat and tidy here that has to happen, but really that's what I want to see. I want to see the baby with its head in this little hood right there. So hence the reason it's called a hooded towel. 2 or 3 of those. You're not bathing baby every single day, people. Like even the hospital, when they will say to you, probably 2, 3, 4 times a week, but not every day. They're not that dirty. I know they're super cute. I know you want to unwrap them like a parcel, but so that is that. Washcloths, you need a bunch of these. So this is Breen. This is a super nice company who does all organic fabrics. It's a Canadian company. Just move the towel over here. I just want to show you something about washcloths for babies. Again, people want to know if they can use their own washcloths. Sure. Again, they're too big. You see, this is a little washcloth. It's super cute. It's super soft. And it's not too big for the baby's face. So when you want to do a face this size, you just don't need an adult size washcloth. It's not an adult face. 4 corners of a washcloth, left ear, left eye, right eye. So that is a great usage for these. Lots of people do cloths in different colors representing different things. So if people don't want to use wipes, they will buy face cloths and lots of them, and have a certain color for bum and a certain color for bath time. This little pack is like 6 in here. I think you need at least a dozen of these for all the jobs that we do. That's that one. This is Judleys Designs. I just want to show you this because I think this is an awesome, awesome company's thought process. So this is recyclable and this is reusable. But what I want to do is show you these cloths. So this has got like a little Ziploc. So I could put my breast pads in here, cut this off, recycle. But this company actually makes bum cloths. And look, there's little bum cheeks on these. So you would never forget what these are for. Super soft bamboo fabric. Oh my gosh. And for this company, I think the thought process is amazing. They also do face cloths, and guess what's on them? That's right. We've got a face. So I think when you're delirious and you've just had a baby, as cute and silly as this may sound, these are the things that keep everybody straight. And if you have someone helping you, then you know what? That's the stuff that helps them know what you want to use as well. Okay, so that's Judleys Designs, Canadian company. They do amazing hooded towels, face cloths, and bum cloths. And this is a different shape as well. So you just couldn't get these wrong. So that's that. And these are just things I like to point out in these videos because it's out there. Everything is out there that you need. If your kid has hair, you will need a brush. This is a comb and a brush set done by Frida Baby. If you've been following me, or if you start following me, you will fully know I love this company. Frida Baby is an incredibly, they're just right on with what they do, with what you as parents need. So they do this, and they also have a little cradle cap. So cradle cap is the dandruff that often the kids get. It's just dry skin. So they do a little cradle cap comb as well. But they do all kinds of bath stuff, but Frida Baby is a company to look for. They also do the nail thing. So you've got nail clippers that will not chop fingers off. I'm just joking. No one's gonna chop a finger off, but it's everyone's fear. See, this is where we combine people's fears and their thought process with reality. Reality is you just need some super small, blunt-ended scissors that you can cut. It even has a little I Spy window. Fantastic. Kids' nails grow super fast. It'll blow your brain. Nail Frida, so another Frida Baby product. Little nail files in a perfect shape to fully round out their nails because they often scratch, and then that means you have to cut them, and maybe you don't want to do this all the time. Maybe this is just a daily kind of, you know, a little get in there and do a manicure. Okay, so once the baby, I'm going to go backwards a little bit and talk about lotions and potions. I will say I'm not a huge fan of putting tons and tons and tons of stuff on that beautiful skin. We give birth to perfection. Ladies, they are perfect. I do have run into lots of people whose babies have little dry spots and little eczema, all that kind of stuff. And that is definitely something to talk to your pediatrician about. When you first have your baby, I am going to suggest that you buy an all-in-one from tip to toe body wash. If you keep plowing all the different stuff on and they have a reaction, you will never know what it was that caused it. So start with an all-in-one. This is Mistela. Mistela is French. It's not an all organic or anything like that. It is a total off the shelf. If you go to France, it's everywhere. You start with baby and it goes right the way through the family. You grow up with Mistela in France. It is beautiful stuff. I am a fan of this brand because they do special needs stuff. Their stretch mark creams for moms are amazing, but they do like the lotions and potions for eczema and the dry skin spots. They do specialty stuff. So this is a really great company to have a look for. This is Honest Company. This is naturals. Aliva is another Canadian company that does naturals. They do everything wipes, but this is the detangler. So if you have a baby who actually has hair and you need this, you might need this because it might pull. So it's hard to know, and some kids have a lot of hair when they come out, but if you haven't had your baby yet, nobody knows. So a detangler, which I just love, an all-in-one I just love. When the baby comes out, you will need to make sure that you have got from Bathtub. When the baby comes out, the bathtub just waits until you're done. Before you even bathe the baby, set yourself up for baby's exit because they're cold at that point. So you need a pad. This is the thing about doing it on countertops. Of course, they're hard and they're cold. So you need some kind of a pad. I've taken this out of, I think, a Petunia pickle bottom diaper bag. You can use something like this, and then you take your towel and you set it up ready to rock. So set it up so it's all ready to go. Make sure that you've got their cute little outfit, and make sure you've got a couple of diapers and your bum cream and all of that stuff. Make sure you're ready to rock. If this is not going to be enough, you can do something like this. This is made by Couches. Again, there's several brands out there. They were just nice enough to send me one, so I get to use theirs, which is amazing. This is super, super soft for them to lay on, and it just is a little bit nicer. There's no way they're feeling this, this countertop at all. Again, you could take that and you take your towel and just go back through the same process of changing here, making sure you've got everything. So that is your 101 on bathing. And you really, honestly, you don't need to buy a lot. You actually probably have like things like your change pad hanging around your house already, bathtub, towels, some face cloths, little lotion potion-y. It's a 10-minute job. You're in, you're out. There you go. That is your 101 with your baby guru on bath time. As I said at the beginning of this video, your number one concern with this is, first of all, before you do any shopping, is to figure out where you're gonna do it. So if you can't remember all those options, just rewind to the front and go through those first 3 or 4 options. It might even have been 5 that I talked about, just to keep your mind in the right spot. All right, that is it. Thank you for joining me. Feel free to jump over to my website. On the website, I do a lot of comparisons, in-depth comparisons of products. Over on Instagram, lots of fun stuff, daily PPQs, which are popular parent questions. And I will hopefully see you on lots of my other videos on YouTube TV, of which there are tons, talking about how to use, why we use, and what we use in the baby business. Okay, let's get rid of the frustration and keep the fun level high. Thanks a lot for joining me.